There's a way to do that, right? You change your...
Yeah, in the gear, in your settings, display name.
yes.
Yeah.
Are there no journals? 'Cause if
there should be. Hello everyone, and welcome to Pathfinding: The Rise of Belkzen, where I venture from beautifully crafted, pre-published modules to, well, some shit I scrambled together with, like, duct tape and my imagination. Yeah. I think everyone's character is only in their own journal. Tack is why you're not seeing one. So let me get you one. Um. Okay, there should be one that you are capable of editing, and there are 6 people other than me in the Roll20.
Yeah, I need one too.
Let's see.
Whole thing, okay.
That was weird.
Okay, there should be one for you now.
Cool.
So, before we go on, you know, you see three all new people, besides other than returning Pathfindingers, Darby, Leon, and Kevin, we have 3 new people, only 2 of whom are here now. If they want to introduce their real-life selves to whatever extent they want to, now is their opportunity.
Hi.
hello.
Yo, sick. My name's Lou. I'm one of the new players. As you guys heard me say a couple times already. And excited to play. And we'll see where this thing goes.
Cool.
I'm Tack Esquire, and I am playing the character Anu.
Very well then. So, there's Aurelius.
Hello.
Yo.
Yeah, my son's doing a split shift with somebody. They just did this last week, so I had to pick him up at 1 for the next 3 weeks. So.
All right then. So, with nothing of particular importance really showing on screen, it's just getting tokens set up and stuff. We begin with the 6 of you gathered in a quaint living room. It's actually set up almost like the reception area of an office, though it's in the residential area of the city that you're in Lastwall.
Cool.
in fact, it's set up like a waiting room. There are a number of chairs that you can sit in, and which I imagine you are. Um, as you are there, you of course encounter each other. If you would like to introduce your characters to each other as you interact.
So Thulthane, a bit of a a short dwarven man, fine robes. He has a book in his one hand, and a cane in the other. Though he doesn't quite use it much. Doesn't seem to be an old dwarf by any standards, but who knows? They live forever. As he walks on in, I greet each of you just with a curt nod, and a very sort of matter-of-fact way of movement, not necessarily militarized like many people here in Last Wall, but looks more akin to some sort of scribe or I guess you could think like a news reporter or something. Either way, that becomes very apparent as I sit down, I open my book, I have a little bag, I take out an inkwell and an ink pen as I sort of set myself up, almost like in a bureaucratic manner, as papers sort of fall out of my book. I put them back in. Name's Thulthane. Let's get down to business here.
All right then. Next.
I should probably go next here. So my character walks in. You see a black furred catfolk that is matured but young still. Kind of walk through the door. She is wearing a chain shirt with some rather somewhat official looking garb. Her banner takes the form of a I'm trying to think of what it is, but it's like that half that hangs off of like some general's shoulders. Like I'm trying to think of the word for that, but it's that sort of thing. She has a rapier at her side. Her heavy boots seem to have an innate step of march to them. As she walks in, sets her rapier off her belt and aside her chair, and sits, looking at yeah, that's you introduced first, right, Lou?
I believe he did.
And she will look at the dwarf and say,
Well, just interesting. Just
oh, did everything kind of flub?
no, not on your end.
I'll just say it out loud. Kevin picked the same token for his character in this game that you did in your Hell's Rebels game, so I just moved the round version of it you have in here.
I'm okay with that. I was slightly confused though.
I can change it if it makes a difference. I was just picking.
No, it's cool. I got something for this one. You're good.
Yeah, I realized. Oh shit! I hadn't picked up an icon. Yeah.
This one's almost done.
I will go ahead and bring in the square version you sent me. In any case, that's introduction number 2. More?
There's a blue kobold in the corner just kind of staring off into space.
Is he naked? What is he wearing? He's just like a slave? What is he doing there?
No, he's just...
Is he clean? Is he dirty? Is he a minor?
I have been awake for all of 20 minutes.
Stop asking questions. He's asleep.
No,
Wake up!
just,
Time the game.
white robes, like off in his own world, just found himself a nice cozy spot in the corner. Trouble with the... Of course.
All right, I'm back. All right. So, my character is a half orc who is wielding only a shield, somewhat disheveled looking. He explains briefly that he was in line for a noble deed, but was disinherited because of his half-elf heritage. His mother was human, and he comes from a human line, and she was, so to say, kidnapped and impregnated, and then he was a result, and he's the last one in the line, and so and the people that he rolled over basically said, "Fuck you, we don't be ruled by no half orc," and kicked him out. So he's somewhat motivated to get rid of any orcs he finds because he is very ashamed of that part of his heritage.
All right.
It's delightfully complicated.
Okay, that's 4 out of 6.
There is a younger woman that has scars on her face with cropped hair. Those that are familiar with Kosovo know she's kind of wearing the gray maiden armor. And she just stands there just kind of like trying to read people off to the side, just kind of waiting patiently for whatever's going to be coming out to greet us. And definitely has the warrior aura going on with the various weapons on her body.
I can't pull my token to the table, but it's there.
Where?
On the character sheet. I can't pull it in the game for whatever reason.
Great. Okay. I mean, I think I have to do that.
There's some kind of permission for it, but I couldn't tell you what.
Okay. Well, one more.
I guess what you see is what appears to be woman with like obsidian-like skin, solid yellowish eyes, white hair, dressed in mostly what looks to be leather clothing. Leather jacket, belt around the waist. Nothing too snazzy looking. But slung over her shoulder is a rifle. Just a musket. Nothing. It looks to be very worn and very damaged, but may or may not work.
Okay. So that is 6 people.
Yeah.
Very soon, after you guys have introduced yourselves to each other, a middle-aged, blonde man runs into the room. He's holding coffee, and he's out of breath and frantic. He opens the door and says, "Sorry I'm late!" As he runs in and runs behind the desk and puts down the coffee he's holding. He's followed by a strange, beautiful woman who is, despite going as fast as he is, almost looks like she's just kind of walking gracefully behind him. And he smiles as he takes a few deep breaths and exclaims, "Good. Some people answered my ad. Greetings, aspiring knights of Lastwall."
Nice to see you. Nice to see you made it here. I assume that in future meetings you'll be more prompt, as is disrespectful towards one's time.
Acknowledges you with a thumbs up.
Time is but a fleeting moment.
Then I turn and look at that, and then I turn back to the man with the coffee.
Well, my name is, Theodric Say. This is my friend, Saniel. She waves at you, smiling. "Hello," she says.
Just nodded her and looked back at him.
Salutations and greetings.
He, doesn't quite slam, but thumps his hand on the table and says, "You have all come here because you have made the decision I made many years ago, but just now got around to fight for truth, goodness, and righteousness.
I had read your listing there. I had some questions pertaining to these specifics. What is it you mean by fighting for good? I know there's orcs beyond these lands. Is this a killing job you're asking for? 'Cause I ain't no murderer. And I doubt anyone else in this room with the sound soul is. As I assume, but I look back.
Of course. True knights fight only to protect the innocent, as shall we.
I see.
As things begin, we will be forced to accept with dignity the need to request donations from those we assist, but as time goes on, we shall likely receive recognition and funding from the government of Lastwall itself. Recognition as a true order of honorable knights.
Well, I see. I take it you'll be leading these missions.
Hopefully we'll have
managing us.
I intend to take care of the books and the homeside things, to leave the most exciting and honorable work for you. I hope that we will have enough clientele that myself and Saniel will be able to take care of some work, and you six operating as a team will be able to take care of other jobs.
The redhead pops up. It's like, you say clientele. I thought you just said we was working for a Lastwall.
What he said was that was the hope. As things stand now, you guys are basically forced to be good aligned mercenaries until you get, like, recognized officially.
motivating.
All right, my character's going to nod and is basically going to say, "But it is where the path to chivalry must begin. Humble beginnings are the only recourse."
Yes. Well.
And what purpose is Miss Saniel to this operation? She your assistant scribe?
Saniel speaks to answer that question. I am many things, including a worthy combatant. And also a scribe, angel. That comes with it.
What now?
Roll knowledge planes.
Here she's looking at them. And I do have that. And I don't.
So you actually don't know precisely what an angel is. You've doubtless heard the word before and
Yes.
with positive association. Um,
Now, what do you mean? You meaning to tell me, and I kind of look at Theodrin, this woman's calling herself an angel? You know that is far from the truth. There's no such thing in these lands as far as I'm concerned. You ought not be lying about such thing.
um, it is no lie, she says. She, let's see, what impressive thing can she do to prove her angelicness?
Glow or some shit?
Yeah, she does have a halo, glowing, a glowing donut of light on top of her head.
The thing looks up. I just squint my eyes, Still not persuaded. I just look at them. I just sort of nod at her. Well,
My character.
take it,
Oh, sorry. Continue.
I take it you're this man's charge then.
We have been Theodric speaks. We have been friends for a very long time. Actually, I made a slight mistake earlier. Here's what might convince you that she's an angel. She has wings and is currently hovering above the ground.
Oh, okay.
We have had a bond since my childhood. She rescued me from peril, and ever since I have been able to summon her to this plane.
I see. Forgive me.
That is what we are about, she says.
My character's going to throw aside her serious facade and basically say, "Okay, I have one question then." She says, raising a very, very fancily gloved finger. "Can I touch your halo, or is my finger going to get sliced off?"
She leans down and allows you to touch her halo.
She kind of runs her finger around it like one would run their finger around the top of a wine glass. Intriguing. This is my first direct contact with the supernatural.
So, as you go to touch it, your hand actually passes through it. All you feel is a kind of warmth where it is. It's not solid, though.
right? My character will bow to her and say, "That will do," before going back to her seat.
As you head back to her seat, there is a knock on the door. Before there is a knock on the door, though, and I will say this, Tack, it really is better to speak out loud when you want to say something in roleplay, because both for the purposes of the broadcast and because it's just easier for everyone. So asking that, though, Saniel would answer, "I am closer to an organic form. My body is made of the raw energy of the higher planes. But in shape, as you can see, I am a human. I am..." Let's see. Let me check this. "I lack many of the immunities that my kind often enjoy. As my bond to Theo grows greater, I expect I will acquire them again."
Understood.
So,
Now, we expecting someone? Hmm?
as you say that, there's a knock on the door. Enthusiastically, Theo stands up and says, "We are now!" He runs over and opens it. Outside is a small woman with Varisian features. There's looking up at you. She looks concerned. She enters and says, "You are the knights from the Flyers?" Theodric, before any of you have a chance to respond, says, "Indeed we are, at your service." She says,
I just look at her and just nod like it. She enters on in.
Theo closes the door behind her as she says, "I require your assistance. My brother, and the rest of my village for that matter, they've been carted away by what appears to have been a tribe of orcs."
Were you there?
They were
Did you
spotted.
see it, or did you hear it?
Riders were spotted approaching our village. I and many of the other women fled at the first sign of fighting, but my brother, he thought his skills as a healer would be useful in the defense of the village. When I came back, there were no humans. The village had clearly been sacked. There were corpses from either side, but not enough to account for the whole village, including my brother. She pulls something out of her sack. One of the orcs that had been slain had mounted a beast that carried this saddle. She places it in front of you. There's a strange...
How did you get your hands on that?
The village was deserted when I returned to it. There was no one to prevent me from taking whatever had been left.
You assume this be the saddle of the leader of this band? Why
My
would he
character
leave it
perks up.
there?
Who's to say if it's the leader, but a member of it, yes. It doesn't belong to anyone in the village, and I've never seen this insignia before. She points to
I
it.
see.
What's it look like?
Roll knowledge religion. Okay, Lou, you definitely recognize what it is it's the holy symbols of Gorum and Iomade quartered.
I make mention of that. As I kind of look at that, those are divinities, Gorm and Iomade. Seems like they're quartered. A tribal marking. I take it they don't like those faiths much.
In the
In
corner,
this reputation, at least.
in the corner, there's a little stitching that appears in red thread that appears to be the rough image of a bird.
Not quite sure what this means here.
Yeah. It's not Shalin's holy symbol, which is a bird, but it's not that.
Let me make mention of it. Is there any like orcish writing on it at all?
There's no writing of any kind.
Okay.
How's the bird symbol? Like, is it just sitting there, or is it kind of like spread eagle shadow, or?
It's in the corner, so you've seen, you know, if you guys have seen sigils, quartered means that it's basically a 2x2 grid. In the upper left and lower right corner is Iomede's holy symbol. In the upper right and lower left corner is Gorum's holy symbol. And in the lower right corner, near Iomede's holy symbol, is the little stitching of the bird.
Right.
It's much smaller than anything else.
Could be the manufacturer of the symbol, like who created it.
We don't know much about what this is here. How are the survivors?
Gone. That is what I hope you could change for me?
You said there were others that ran away. Are they safe?
Yes, the ones that went with
Yes.
you.
They're behind the
Good.
walls of Last Wall, mourning,
Good.
despairing their lost family.
What is the name, or what was your name of your village?
It was Google's village name generator.
My character asks if the group of orcs
I like
that had the saddle and stuff. Okay. My character asks if the group of orcs that had the saddle, if they were carrying a warband or a war banner with a with what looked like a very large animal pelt on it.
They carried a war banner into battle, but if it was made of animal leather, it was not recognizable. It was cut into a wait, no, she wasn't. Correction. My bad. She wasn't there for the actual attack, so she didn't see.
Okay.
Well, we'll discuss this with Mr. Zay. Thank you, miss, for bringing this to our attention. You'll receive a notification of our response as soon as possible. Please wait outside at this time so we may discuss. And I kind of look at Theodric at that.
Theodric says, "Actually, that's sort of what this room is for. Come to the back with me, colleagues." He leads you behind the counter and into the back room. While Saniel directs her to one of the seats you had been sitting in. Okay, I think things are... Okay, there was an interruption in the stream, but I think it's good now. Might have lost some but anyways, continue.
As we sit down in the back room. And now, Mr. Zay, if you may, please take out maps of the local area, find specifically where Arast is, and for the rest of you. And now, if you would please enlighten us all, if you happen to know of this village, of its grounds, and of these markings. As I take a quill and I'm like ready to take notes.
So, knowledge geography will allow people to know off the top of their head about this village.
Knowledge what?
Geography. The one no one ever takes.
I was about to say, like, what's that?
It is
Like I look around and
It is one of them. It's on there.
do any of you have an understanding of this village and its grounds?
So, does anyone have that check?
No.
None of you then are specifically familiar with it. You would know, I would say, that there are a number of villages, sort of on the edges of Last Wall that are occasionally subject to orcish raids. Smallish farming communities aren't necessarily behind any specific wall. Might be too close to the border or between keeps, so that orcs can get to them and get back without the ideal amount of interference.
I see. Well, none of you understand that. That's unfortunate. We'll have to be moving blind then, in a sense. And I don't like being blind. I don't know about the rest of you.
So I'm more interested in the bird. Is this like a crafter symbol, like someone stitching their symbol onto something that they've made?
Something like a tribal band would do, some folks. Savage as they may be perceived to be.
Do you have a knowledge skill that would be helpful in identifying, so like, I guess
Knowledge local?
Like
I'll accept that. I'll accept knowledge local.
Is anyone allowed to roll that, since it is a...
It's trained only. Anyone who is trained in it.
I meant anyone, as in anyone who had it. Kind of thing.
Yeah, anyone who has it is allowed to roll that.
Okay.
So... So... I'm gonna say that the idea that it's like the artist's signature is plausible. You don't specifically know that that's the case from those rolls, though.
Have you seen the markings like this before, any of you?
No.
No? Well, damn. Now, Mr. Zay, I take it you had some sort of connection with that woman. You referred to her as sister or brother. Is that correct? Is there a familiar relationship? or is it religious context?
No, that or she mentioned her brother Zay is not. But no, she merely answered one of the many flyers I put up throughout the city.
I see. Well, there's one thing that could be sure of. I assume all of you agree with me on this, that this is dangerous. And while I am most willing to assist in this, I can't help but look at some of the gathered company here and wonder if it is exactly the sort of environment they wish to be in. I kind of look directly at the kobold.
Thumbs up in recognition.
Wait, what? For me.
Yeah, look at the smallest creature that is in robes. That obviously is not some sort of military person like the rest of you.
Yep. Thumbs up in recognition.
Yet the android who's just standing there with literally leather armor and a rifle counts as military personnel. Got it.
Yeah,
Clearly.
right.
I don't even know what that
Yes.
is. But I mean, you're not like 3 feet tall, so
True.
and in like robes, so yeah.
So Theo, looking over it, says, "There's one thing I can say about this saddle. I don't think it's anywhere near freshly made." He points out a couple of signs of wear on it and says, "The holy symbol of Iomade would never be on something of orcish manufacture. This is something they took, and it's something that was made a while ago." He points to Erast on a map and says, "I think most likely it's from a castle in the Conquered Lands."
Yes, what do you think then, Alright.
Do we have anyone to scout?
So the Conquered Lands are too large to feasibly scout in a reasonable amount of time. What Theo suggests, however, to try to locate the actual source of the symbol is the library.
Yes. I'll assist you in that, trying to find proper locations to send riders on out. Now, shall we send missive to the lady in acknowledgement of her woes? We'll take this occurrence under our wing.
Yes, indeed. Theo opens the door and says, "In acknowledgement of your woes, we will take this occurrence under our wing."
That boy.
So Saniel goes outside and begins to negotiate payments.
I'll be making my way to the local library. Any of you that know how to read well, best come with me. I might need your assistance.
Okay. People with knowledge, history, and knowledge, religion will be of help. There can be up to 2 people actually helping, I believe. As in 3 people total. The primary... this is the research rules from Ultimate Intrigue that are happening right now. I'm ignoring the amount of time it's supposed to take and presuming you research for, like, maybe roughly a day.
I was going to make mention. Now, on the morrow, let us reconvene, and I'll let you all know if there's anything in particular I find of the place in question. But rest assured, there is an urgency to this mission. and I'll do my best to go as quickly as I can, as I move rather slowly, with my
So-
slowly putting away my book and things.
So, the library in town is of substantial size, but the section on on iconography in the conquered lands is not that complicated. As a result, you guys can the primary researcher among you can make a knowledge, religion, or history check to effectively damage the library to reduce its effective hit points. Knowledge, history, you win.
I win.
This this causes you to do 1d4 plus your intelligence modifier damage to the library as you discover its juicy secrets. Three. That's how many library points it had. So you learn everything in a single research period.
Yeah, spend like the rest of the day as I go out. Does anyone else join Thulthane in hitting up the library? Very exciting, very fun.
Unfortunately, my character is not an avid reader. She is a talker. If you believe you'll need someone
Gotcha.
coaxed into doing what you need.
So I'll give you guys some basic information on the conquered lands before I get to the specifics of this insignia. Most of the hold of Belkzen was conquered by the historical Belkzen, a person, the greatest orc who ever lived. The conquered lands is the most recently taken, and the part of it that was not taken in that process. It was part of Last Wall until relatively recently. I think it's like it's measured in decades. There are a bunch of ruined castles in there, some of which might still have the old Iomedan equipment and iconography. This insignia is something that was used not just there, but throughout Last Wall's border for a short period of time, around the time the conquered lands fell. Well, around the time the conquered lands fell in two waves, around the second such falling. It represented the alliance that is commonplace in Last Wall between the divergent, but for the purpose of destroying orcs, united faiths of Gorum and Iomedae. Because as much as those faiths have little in common theologically, they are united in purpose among the humans in Last Wall. It didn't catch on too much, but it was used a lot in what is now the northeastern conquered lands. The red bird was not a part of the historical symbol in question, but was in fact a signature from the seamstress who worked it. In fact, from your research, you're able to find in a listing, you're able to find an index of such signatures and who they're associated with. And elsewhere, you're able to find an index of such seamstresses and where they worked. This person worked in 8 castles throughout their career, 5 of which are still in Last Wall and not in the Conquered Lands. With a little more research of the 3 castles that are in the Conquered Lands, one of them was never conquered because it was the site of the Battle of Last Hope, which is a very interesting place. It's a site of Iomedan pilgrimage that is currently still controlled by Last Wall, despite being deep into the Conquered Lands. It's considered a holy site of Iomedae, and Iomedans will make pilgrimages through Belkzen to get there. Supposedly, it was because it was the site of such a harrowing battle to rescue many of the civilians of the conquered lands from orcish savagery as they were conquered, and because it was successful in rescuing many such people, Iomede's herald showed up and declared it a holy and announced that Iomede considered it a holy site. And supposedly, if orcs ever try to conquer it, which has happened only once, a heavenly host will pour forth from the sky and prevent them.
That's hardcore.
Yeah. So, one is that it's inconceivable that orcs are working out of that castle. Another was rather famously torn down stone by stone, and there's nothing left of it. The final castle is a keep that was known as Swordshine, as Fort Swordshine, and you're able to pinpoint its location.
I do so, the next day, as I spend the rest of the prior day doing it.
Okay.
This is what I was able to turn up in the library. Quite extensive. What do y'all think?
That is good to hear. I think it's I think it's good to know that, because if we don't know what exactly we're dealing with, it's going to, it's going to screw us over.
Right.
So either we can go to Earest and look for tracks of the raiders, or we can check out Shore Sun and see what we can find there.
I think it's best we go to Arrest and see with our own eyes the results of this apparent raid. From there, I guess we can look for tracks or camp out there and then go to the second location. Is that
Yes.
agreeable?
Well, I guess just like, how are they related? Like, are they far distance away? Are they close together? I'm just asking.
They're pretty close.
They're pretty close. Make that no time.
In fact, Arrest would have been very nearly the closest village to Fort Swordshine.
Okay.
Do all of you know how to ride?
Riding's easy.
I can
Only
ride
the horse is
eloquently.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need ranks in ride to ride during cut to ride. Do basic get from here to there riding. Anyone can just
Gotcha.
get on a horse and do that.
Only the horse is difficult.
Asking.
Theodric provides you with the horses that you need to transport yourselves.
Now, Mr. Zay, I will be attending my companions here on this mission. I will be sure to take notes and documentation what we find and experience there, so that when we return, I'll give it to you in writing, and you may, at your leisure, read over it as you wish.
Yes, of course, and while you're there, don't forget to reappropriate any conquered goods that you may find back to the service of righteousness, which is to say, us. We need the money. Please don't miss anything.
We'll see what we see.
At least this speaks of like, we're named the service of righteousness. We couldn't think of another name.
I have my doubts on the name as well, but we'll get to that at another time.
Yes. Theo has not named your company because he wanted to do that with the input of everyone involved.
But if you all excuse me for a moment, I feel it is best we gather our things for the trip.
All right.
The kobold can ride with me.
All right then. And as we gather our things, get on the horses, we make our way. I don't know if there's anything specific, Jim, but I want to bring something up during the trip.
Go on.
Like I turn to the dark-skinned woman as we're riding there. I turn to her.
She's
I
not
gotta
coming.
ask you. Not Oh, okay. Now is not coming.
Your client is not coming with you into the
Oh no,
Hold of
not
Belkzen.
not the Varisian. No, like obsidian black skin.
Anu.
Yeah, Anu. So I can't help but wonder what it is that accoutrement you have so close to your person. Is it some sort of club?
It is a ranged weapon.
What you mean ranged weapon? You throw it?
It is designed to
Fog of War, still not on.
accelerate a piece of lead.
All right, like a bellows of a. What you mean? How's it go about doing that?
Question. Character have seen it before?
That is a knowledge local to know what that
Knowledge.
object is.
Sorry, Thorstein has no idea. That's why he's asking.
I think I'd accept nobility too.
Or maybe
Ability.
engineering. Yeah.
Engineering, yeah, would be valid. Aletha, you recognize what a gun is. It's Serena, you do not you recognize I'm gonna say you don't recognize what a gun is. Has everyone? I only see two of you have hit point bars. Is everyone ready and able to get adventuring?
Yeah.
I can
One
get
second,
that
I'll
in,
fix
give me a
that
moment.
here in a sec.
What you mean? How does it make lead move at accelerated pace?
By a powder substance made from sulfur and salt.
You some sort of alchemist?
In a way.
I heard some mixtures. They call it alchemist's fire. It done make a great explosion of, fire. Something like that then.
Except for not in liquid state.
Yes. You said a powder, that's why I assumed. Yeah. Well, I hope it works as it works then.
Okay.
And little one.
Eh?
Oh, so you do speak the common tongue. I was wondering. Do you have any weapon training? Or training in reading and writing?
Shoots ray of frost at tree.
And my eyes go wide for a moment. Oh, I see. You have magics within you there. Well, I misstepped. If only you spoke up sooner. I didn't mean to disrespect you there, Master Wizard.
Thumbs up in recognition.
Okay. So you are the sorcerer then?
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I take it each of you, by the looks of your physical stature, have training in dangerous areas like this that we may be going in. Some of you carrying weapons, that's good to see.
So,
Might I ask, I
I
look at the
can't hear.
catfolk, where did you get your training? I've never seen your kin before, I've only read of them.
Itself. This is one of my first ventures outside the city's walls.
Well, I see. Let us hope it is not one rife with danger.
so you guys are you guys said you were going to go to the village and follow the tracks.
Yeah, check out the village, see what the destruction is, see if we can find any perhaps buried survivors or any.
Uh, so uh
Alrighty.
you don't find any there are no survivors buried in rubble or anything, and if there were, they're not survivors anymore. Um
Sure.
you guys do find tracks, though. These orcs don't seem to have really put any substantive effort into hiding their own tracks.
Now, can we do a survivor roll to see how many sets of tracks? Just to get an idea how big this warband was?
Sure.
Okay. Do you need to be trained to roll that, or can you roll that untrained? Survival.
You don't need training.
I can roll survival for this. My order gives me some benefits to doing it.
So, as we're looking, at the tracks and the devastation here, Thulthane does take effort in whatever recovered bodies or spotted bodies there are. Thulthane, he puts down the book. He keeps it at the saddle of the horse, and he gets his hands dirty, pulling out the corpses from any rubble or debris, lining them up, putting their arms crossed over their chest, closing their eyes, putting a silver coin on the forehead of each of them, in some sort of strange, obviously religious rites.
Anu would come over, seeing this, and look and just watch for a moment, and then ask, "What exactly are you doing?"
Sending them off to the boneyard. I doubt they had any words of guidance before they left this mortal coil. Would you like to join me in Pharasma's blessings?
I do not understand.
It's the path of the soul. No need to say anything. You're free to stay and listen now.
She would just stand there, be motionless and unmoving.
You find anything? As I sort of do a prayer. And I don't bury graves. I just leave them in a dignified manner. Perhaps later deal with them. I like write down little notes of what they look like, if they had any signet rings or anything like that. Just marking like who the deceased may have been. But I don't know their names, obviously.
Okay.
That ordeal I feel like would take like 2 hours, getting the bodies and doing it. Give a sense of like time when we get there.
So, you guys so you guys who'd made the survival checks, you find that there are indeed tracks for you to locate. It looks like maybe a dozen or so orcs.
A dozen.
That's what you think then. Alright. Well, I'll rest in your judgment on that matter. Will any of you would like to share words for the deceased before we follow these tracks? Alright then, let's gather our things. I feel we've seen enough.
I
It's
agree.
best we get there before the sun falls in the sky. Orcs become a bit more ferocious at night. That's what I've read.
Do you fear the dark?
And no, ma'am, I do not. Many long portion of my life I've spent in the dark under the stone contemplating. And no, I
Okay.
don't.
Are you some kind of prisoner?
No, I'm a man of claws. I'm not sure if you understand this of my people, as your own ethnicity is of question to me. But my people, at least where I'm from, reside deep underneath the ground. Myself, I'm from Caliphas and Ustalav. I manage the catacombs down there in the sub-basements. My dwarven eyes akin to the darkness and with no
Okay.
hindrance.
So you guys follow the tracks, and you do indeed approach a castle. Have you guys all found where your tokens are and where the revealed stuff is on the map in the
Yep.
Roll20?
Yes.
To the
So
left.
as you guys approach,
Oh, there we are.
Aletha walks right up unstealthily and triggers initiative. I'm gonna actually use the damn turn order thing, so
Is it dark inside or is it light?
There.
Okay, I need to add that. One moment.
what's these guys' initiative? Okay.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. Initiative. Where is initiative on the sheet?
It's on the
Remind me
first
quickly,
tab at the bottom.
were there hero points?
No.
Okay.
That's
Aye.
the hero lab. Roll template info. I don't think that's it. Okay.
So I only have 2 initiatives.
There's a 15 on mine.
Okay.
I got 7.
Okay. Here. Let me add turns to your tokens.
Visibility. I don't see initiative anywhere on the sheet, to be honest.
What's your dex?
4.
So your initiative ought to be +4.
I know that, but I mean, like on the roll 20 sheet, because I was just gonna try and fix it so it'll roll it on its own. But since I can't figure out what the sheet, how the sheet
Okay.
works, I'll roll it normal. Sorry about that. You have to add it.
Okay. So, 6 of you should be able to handle this.
Cool.
Two more. One more. Just roll 1d20 plus 4 for now.
Hey, Tack, you want to control your audio a little bit?
Push start, please.
I normally don't keep audio from game on.
Yep.
So, Thulthane, you get to go first. You see that there are orcs.
Gotcha. I see them there, and I see. Uh-oh. I put 2 and 2 together real quick.
Yeah.
And as I sort of stumble on, I
And I'll-
make my way on over here. Running on over on my person, I grab something. What is it? Oh, it's a piece of loose leaf paper. Just whoosh, I whip it out, and as I take it out, there's these geometric symbols that begin glowing on the paper. As it glows in the silvery shine before dissipating, and those runes and those geometric symbols float in the air before fading onto this individual here, granting some sort of blessing of magic.
Okay.
So protection from chaos.
Okay.
It's my turn. Look out now.
Drake. Note that the rubble is difficult terrain.
Yep. Do that, and then that's it.
Okay, something just happened. Fuck, I just lost the music. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
It's just barely there.
Adjusted my volume.
No,
It's good.
I'm legitimately not hearing it at all. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, sometimes Discord goes over Roll20 music.
So Drake did a turny bit. That is, I'm gonna give you some extra revelations. Grey Maiden.
Alright, well, she didn't see that guy, so she's going to do what she's going to do. So she's going to move 20 here, drawing her longsword and taking
Remembering that the
rubble.
rubble is difficult terrain.
Like even the little rebel?
Yes.
Or just, okay. Okay. Let's see here, so 5, 15. Yeah, she'll still move there. Don't move.
Okay. On out.
So I asked you a question earlier. I don't know if you answered it. Of if it was rolled gold.
Yes. If.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I will roll that here in a minute, but I'm going to assume I have enough for at least one shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it didn't say if it started out with the ammunition or not. So.
Yeah.
So.
I imagine it's cheap enough that there's no worry of that.
Okay. I'm going to move to here. And I don't think they're range for. That one might. That one's not. This one is. I'm going to shoot at this one.
Okay.
So Anu brings the musket over from his shoulder, clicking back the hammer of the musket, points it in the direction of the orc, and pulls the little pins, causing a loud bang and a shot.
Okay. This is against touch.
I'm going to assume it is
Okay.
Just range increment. How much range does your musket have?
40.
40.
If it's against touch, then it hits.
Okay. Sorry, I'm double checking since, unless someone else knows.
Damage. I can check this stuff. You're right. I got confused for a second. Continue.
Four points of damage.
Yes.
That happens. Landir. All right. 18 will hit the flatfoot. And 6 damage. That orc is going to retaliate. That's a crit threat. Does a 20 hit you, Kevin? You're muted, Kevin.
Sorry, yes.
Okay, that's first hit is a crit then.
Yeah, that hits me. I'm gonna die in my first round.
It has happened before.
I am still up, but barely. I have one hit point left.
What's he attacking with?
Longsword. He's wearing a longsword and a shield that actually have Iomedan heraldry on them.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Serena.
Let's get in here. Let me check the distance here real quick. I feel a bit, I'm trying to think of the term. Dangerous. So, my character, what's the distance you can move in a charge?
Twice your movement, but you can't charge through difficult terrain.
Ah, good point, good point. Alright. To double move here, and I'm going to motion for the red orc to fight me.
Okay.
Well, you can move a lot.
Yeah, because all of that is difficult terrain, bro.
Okay, so I can't. All right, never mind. Let me see here. Move over difficult terrain. Only 5. Each square is like what? Double cost.
Yes, and the bigger bubble isn't any additional cost.
So, first 5 foot is normal. 25, 35. So I can move here, and yeah, she'll basically kind of motion the red orc to try and fight her.
Okay, this is a challenge.
No, can I use intimidate?
Um,
Challenge quite yet.
It can't well, it won't necessarily work. There's a feat that lets you use intimidate to force an opponent to fight you. Unless you have that, it won't necessarily work, but maybe it'll affect things when I'm making decisions arbitrarily anyway, so you can roll.
Okay.
Alright.
Ends my turn.
This orc steps backward and knocks on what appears to be a door next to him and shouts.
What does he say?
Can you guys speak orc?
I do.
He just shouts, "Intruders!"
He is calling for assistance.
Look out now! Moors are coming!
Okay. This orc here can't get to Serena, so has no serious option. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be 5 and a double move, so 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna die.
You don't know that.
Beats it by 1. Okay, I'm down.
He gonna die.
Damn.
Thulthane.
Get that man out of there! As I move here, there's these silvery runes begin to appear around me as they pulse on out. And you all feel this blessing fall upon you. Bless. +1, +1. Darn. Sure. That's my turn.
Drake.
What is that red thing in?
It's a banner.
Huh. Well, I don't know that. Relevant people. So we're gonna target yellow. The right tab up here. +4 Ray of Frost.
That will not hit touch.
Yep.
Aletha.
Okay, our cat lady, what kind of weapon does she have?
I have a rapier.
Alright. So we'll go 10, 20. We got 30. And 40. Alright, that's it. Don't move.
Okay. On out.
Anu. Anyway, she just starts reloading her gun.
Okay. Does that take an entire round?
Yeah, because it's two-handed. It's a muzzle.
Okay. And
It's a
here.
musket.
Contract.
Yes. And it looks like you stabilize.
Okay, awesome.
Blue. Gonna move like this. Crit threat again, Christ. 17?
Yes.
Alright, so it's only a hit. Ten stupid points of damage. And that's their turn. Current Cernia.
A question: does a unconscious ally is considered threatening or no?
No.
Okay, double checking. I want to make sure. I want to make sure here. Okay. Move effectively 20 feet. It's 10 then 5, so that would be 15 feet. Cool. So since I am technically the only person threatening this dude, one of my traits activates, Axe to Grind. I will gain a +1 bonus to my damage, which is pretty much the only way I'm going to do damage until I'm level 3. Anyway, I'm going to roll to hit. D.
Okay, I don't see a roll.
I'm rolling here. Just need a second.
No.
Doesn't hit. Okay. End my turn.
Knock, 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 knock. Cernia is the target of this attack. $22. Hello? Does that hit?
Not muted.
Does that hit?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Good.
God. Okay.
Seeing some of the others being brought down low, being struck brutally by these creatures. There's this sudden pulse, like a mirage. The air, sort of wiggles and shifts oddly as channel energy.
Okay.
That one gets healed 5.
Do you have selective channel?
Nope,
Okay.
it's my turn.
Oh, what's the radius for that?
You won't get it.
Okay.
You're all within the radius.
Yeah, so yeah.
Get him out of there! As I hold on to my spiral, my wooden spiral symbol. That's my turn.
Drake.
We're gonna Ray of Frost again.
Okay.
$18 hit yellow.
18 does hit yellow. Touch.
Cool. doesn't have a D3 on the list. How do you roll manually? I don't remember.
R1D3. /R space 1D3.
/R.
There we go. Tick 3.
Yellow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The Grey Maiden.
She will try to return the favor on this orc.
Sword attack. 15 does not hit.
I figured as much.
And now,
No.
okay.
Anyway, I fire. I aim at the blue one and fire.
Okay. That hits touch, certainly. Death. Or, well... unconsciousness, rather.
Okay.
Landir.
Okay, so I'm at 0, so I can take a standard action, correct?
Half orcs get things.
I didn't activate it. It's a once a day ability. I didn't get that. I didn't take
Okay.
that. I didn't use that action, but the healing brought me up to 0, so I am staggered. I can take a single standard action.
Yeah.
You can take a move action, but if you take a standard, you bleed.
Okay. It's worth it for me.
You were still on the ground, by the way.
Yes.
Right. It'll be at a -4. That's probably not worth it. I'll stand my ground. Not worth consuming healing at this point. So I'll basically just do nothing on my turn.
Serena.
Let's see if I can hit this bozo. Damage I took. Oh crap! 1 second. I'm down to 1.
Don't forget you got healed for 5.
Yes.
I'll keep that in mind.
Don't forget your AC is too higher if these creatures are chaotic.
I'll keep that in mind. And I miss again. If with the protection, that means that this, if they're chaotic, this means that I've got 21 AC. That's nice. Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's test that AC out. It does you good.
After
Cool thing.
flourishes.
Seeing another one, my ears ringing slightly from the blast of the gun beside me. I kind of I recover for a moment before my right hand and left hand swirl together, and as they sort of swirl, an orb of white mist forms, and then it quickly solidifies as I send it on out towards the yellow orb.
Okay.
And it misses. The shard of ice, hits against the wall nearby.
Drake.
Same as it ever was. That's damage. Does 11 hit? Probably not.
You got
Yeah,
precise shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
11 hits touch.
Oh, cool. So take 5.
Okay.
Are we out of combat for the moment here?
No, because there's still that other one.
Gotcha.
Who's waiting by the door to
Yeah.
open for reinforcements?
Does this door up these stairs look locked?
You don't see any obvious lock, but it's not really trivial to tell. So what do you do, Aletha?
So the other red one went down this way banging on doors, right?
Yeah.
I want to go up the stairs and open that door.
Okay. A second. I'm fine holding you accountable for your bad decisions.
Oh shit.
Let's see.
Well, before I die, could you open that hallway so I can see?
Yeah, I'll give you. And then.
Excellent.
And I'm also going to show you what you see at the top of the stairs in the upper right corner of the map.
Okay, so I see that in that doorway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, does that take a standard to do anything, or just fire movement since it only moves 20 feet?
Opening the door was an action.
Alright, then that's it.
So, oh, now.
Begins reloading the gun.
Lander.
Stand up. That's my turn.
Serena.
Okay. So, should we prep ourselves into a position to ambush the orcs when they come through the door, or should we group up?
Find a choke point.
Get
I have an
together.
idea. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna take as my first move action. Then I'm gonna go and take this war banner down.
I made a goof. I deleted all of the turns.
Well, just press the clock again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they're still there. Good. So go on.
So, continuing my turn. After that move action, I'm gonna try to take this banner down.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can rip it down as a standard.
Rip.
Alright.
I'm gonna be the cutest little iconoclast.
There you go.
Step. Knock, knock, knock,
One second,
knock,
someone
knock.
yelling at
You
me?
hear.
Hello?
So up, where the up in the attic, where you felt the need to stick your nose despite dealing with another combat. There are a bunch of bats there, and they sort of coalesce into a swarm.
Does anyone have any area of attack effects? Area of effect, I mean.
And I'm gonna say coalesce, or let's see what their speed is. 8. I'm gonna say that coalescing is a move action, so they can move to the door, but not through it.
Okay.
That orc is unconscious, so I'm actually gonna trash them from the initiative order. Thane.
What the hell's that sound? Yo, hey, you! Half orc, get over here! As I hold my turn for him. Come on, come on over here! As you see me take out a scroll, another one. So comes on out, and those same silvery geometric symbols burn off of it, as well as the scroll itself, and that magic just retains and stays like a silhouette around my right hand, glowing with the silvery glow. Quickly now!
Okay.
Just move my initiative like under the half of what he does. I don't know the name of that character. If you could refresh me real quick.
I think that's Kevin's character.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Is Landir? Okay.
Landir, yeah.
Drake.
Wrong button. That's my full movement. So that'll be it for me.
Aletha.
I should hit the door.
Very well then.
And I'm going to step backwards. There's a whole bunch of bats in there, and move 20 feet. So that's it.
Anu.
I see nothing to shoot at. So, and terrain counts as 2. So the first step doesn't count as, only counts as 5, right?
No.
No. Into difficult terrain. Okay. So 10, 15, 20, or 30. Or 40. 50. All the orcs are dead, correct?
No, the one who ran off into the hall is still alerting allies.
Okay. I'm going to move to here then. Okay. I'm done.
Lander.
Free action, drop shield. move action, take out Sling.
Okay,
Okay.
upon seeing
And then
he
free
doesn't
actions.
move, 10, 20, I move to him, and I heal him.
Okay.
3.
Awesome.
My hand sort of glows. Yeah!
Serena.
Okay. I'm going to stairs.
Okay.
I will make a prepared action for when an orc comes down the stairs to stab at them if able.
There's bats up there. Ain't no orcs. As I say, out of character.
Another cry of intruders!
What are we doing, fellas? They're learning every day. Get ready.
Drake.
Mm. Ugh. We're gonna move to here so that we can see a little bit better, and that's it.
Aletha.
So, did he like pound on the double doors or these 2 doors?
He pounded on this door and this door. He skipped both this door and the double doors.
Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 10, 15, 20. Alright, that's it.
Anu.
Kneels down, getting ready to fire on ready to action for anything that comes down that hallway that is an orc. Shall be shot.
Landir. Landir.
Ready in action to attack a enemy if I see it.
Bullfang.
I move around, and as I move, I take out. It's wrapped around my sort of walking stick. Is a sling. I take the standard action and get that out. Get that ready.
Cernia.
I still keep the prepared action up. That's all I do. I do ask if I can maybe have a little bit more healing.
Well, after some fast. For now. They're coming.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that trigger any of your ready to actions?
Yeah, at least 2 people.
That's perfect. And
Nope.
1 range increment.
This is mine. Because once you get to 5.
Okay.
15 to hit.
No.
Okay.
Anyone else?
None at this moment.
Okay.
Not
Drake.
close enough. What is this?
One of your allies?
Okay, I just didn't recognize the token. I guess we're gonna move down to. Is that a rug or a table?
It is a rug. It is of
Ah.
no mechanical interest.
Okay. Just gonna move to there. That's it.
Aletha.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll go 5, 10, and ready and attack once they get in reach.
Anu. Sorry.
So I have a mechanical question, wise. If I move over to here and went prone, does that count? Can I do that as part of my move action?
Going prone is a free action, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well then, because I don't really want to be in front of the dwarf
Right.
and his sling, so I will go prone. And can I reload from prone?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just going to fire at this guy from prone. Because
Okay.
that is actually awesome. Oh dear.
Landir.
Question. Does that misfire? Because I'm pretty sure that misfires on a musket.
Yeah, I believe a natural 2 does misfire on a musket.
Shit. So what does that mean on a misfire?
It gains the broken condition, and if it misfires again, it explodes.
Can I? I thought
Yes.
there was a way to fix that with grit or something. That it doesn't misfire.
I don't know. Your job to know that.
I remember reading about that.
Go ahead and read through it while we go on until your next turn.
Okay.
Landir.
I load my sling and fire again. Nope. Moving on.
Bolthane.
I throw my sling, and it misses. I take
Turnia.
distance back.
Okay. So he's moving that way. I can't charge through allies. Alright, I'm going to move 30 feet that way. And anything else, I will wait to intercept. My character is actually going to say to the person in Grey Maiden armor, try to get into a position where I can flank.
Ready to action is triggered. This person is unconscious.
What did you say about flanking?
Oh, good show, my character says, still in battle position, with a flourish.
So, do go ahead and give me an account of what you guys do over the next 3 rounds.
Dead?
Ask for healing if possible.
Remove the broken condition from my gun with quick clear. With my deed quick clear.
I think I can try to survive as long as possible.
And then reload gun. That's already 2 rounds for me.
I'm gonna move to there.
Elise is going to go down to this corner and just peek around this hallway.
Can I move the carpet on top of me?
As an action, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna move the carpet on top of me and use it as cover. Cover my carpet.
Stay together. Those of you that are hurt, get near. Get close. As I
Can it
take out
be-
another scroll and it ignites. My
Can-
hand
can it be-
glows.
Can it be down farther to the left? Because if it's like that, it looks like I'm being covered by the carpet instead of using the carpet as cover. Because I must be able to see out to shoot.
Okay.
Lindir, how do you look? Or Landir, how do you look? How's your character look?
I'm at 3 hit points out of 12.
Oh, okay, so you're still quite beaten up.
Yeah.
Another 3.
Okay. Thank you for that.
That's my first round, and then I look at the feline Catwoman. How's she look?
I'm bloodied.
All right. So I take out another scroll and heal you as well with that in my second round. Then the third round, I take out another scroll, and I'm just taking them out and burning them, and I do one more heal until then. This first one here is for I believe is Serena, right?
Yes.
And so 9 for Serena and another 3 for Lendy.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I'm in my medium mode.
the
That's my 3 rounds.
guys who are about to approach lost initiative, so everyone gets one more.
Okay. Well, in my rounds, I switch out back to the shield, and I'll move up to there.
So yeah, can you open this hallway to the south? I was peeking around this corner here, or whatever here.
So that actually is outside.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go to that edge here and kind of look.
You could give all the tokens sight. Or unless, oh no, this is, okay.
So that's one round, and I'll do another round to go up and ready in action. So that's my 3 rounds.
For this,
Unless
Yeah.
unless there's something going to pop up there, then yeah. I'll
So
change things.
I will note that here, if you can see my ping, there's a smaller wooden structure.
Okay.
Okay, and like I said, you get a 4th round because of the way initiative worked out.
Okay.
So-
Ready in action to attack anyone who comes within range.
Ready to action to shoot the first orc who, into range.
Okay.
And Thulthane uses magics. Silvery runes and geometric symbols appear as he casts another spell upon himself.
Okay. What spell?
I don't say what it is normally, because only people with spellcraft may or may not know.
Okay.
So, and that's why I sent personally to you what it is.
Quick clear allows me to remove the broken condition in a standard action.
Okay. So
As long as it was gained through a misfire. And it doesn't it says it doesn't require grit, but I must have at least 1 grit to perform the deed, and I have 3.
So anything else need to be done?
Nope.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Thank you, quick clear.
This door opens. Ready to actions are triggered.
It would have triggered. Mine would have triggered here as soon
Yeah.
as you walked out.
Okay then.
Darn, it's not a critical. I don't think.
It's not, but it does hit.
Curses, I was hoping for that times two. Uh, 8 damage.
That happens.
Is that a good way to exit the door? Walk out and get shot in the face.
So he gets to continue moving.
11 doesn't hit.
Nah,
How long does blast last?
minute. So, it has worn off.
Okay.
19 will hit, and 6 points of damage. Gets them down.
Nice.
Drake.
Let's move to here. That's it.
Aletha.
Can I make a perception check, see if there's any more coming out of this room, or are they coming down the hall?
There are more coming out of that room.
Okay, then I will stay right there, ready to attack when they come through.
Okay. Anu.
Reloading.
Landir.
Move, ready action to attack.
Tholthang.
Sorry. Step forward. One step. That's my turn. I mean, I ready in action if something else comes down the hallway. I mean,
Serena.
I'm gonna go. Actually, Miss Gray Maiden person, would you prefer the flank on this square here?
We can't clog it for the range people, so do as you wish.
Okay. And here then. My turn.
Ready to action?
Twenty to hit for 11.
That damage happens. Anyone else?
No, I don't think the other range people are ready to action yet.
Okay, and he misses. Drake.
Same as it ever was.
No.
Next.
Aletha.
Is this wall wooden?
It is stone.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, I'll just ready an attack when they come this way.
Anu.
I'm gonna stand up. And that takes a move action if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And if it's still alive, I'm gonna shoot over the kobold.
I'm short, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
It will provide a bonus too. Let me see. That will still hit their touch, however.
Shot in the back.
And combat ends.
Is there any more? Is there any more coming? Do you hear any more?
They have been neutralized.
Pushes her
What?
rapier. V for quoi?
What?
Just a question. Did that banner in the corner, was it the same ordered as what we saw
No.
in the saddle? Okay.
Anu speaks, saying, "They break so easily."
One hell of a weapon there. It's quite loud.
So that is the future of warfare. I am both scared and intrigued.
Future? No. It ain't gonna last. We should push on in, though. See if there's any survivors.
3 seconds
Yes.
are required. She just starts reloading again.
That's right. Y'all take a moment. Any of y'all hurt?
I'm still about 6 down, but
So what was that banner in the corner of? What was the symbols on it?
It is a spirally chain that appears to be on fire.
Knowledge local?
I'll accept that.
What our religion?
Not religion.
Or our history?
No.
Not history. Local. With 24 local, you can identify it as an orc banner. Every tribe has an orcish banner, and the banners are actually very, very important to them. But you do not actually recognize this specific tribe's recognize this specific banner.
I'm sorry, puppy. I'm really sorry. I had bad thoughts when you were.
You said a fiery circle chain?
Yeah.
Anu would exclaim exactly what she knows, which is fuck all.
any lootable goods?
404.
Why'd they have bats up there? I thought I heard bats.
It could have just been nature taking over the building.
Yeah, this place is in ruin.
So I have 2 questions for you, DM.
Yes.
The first one being: were the horses given to us, or are they like our horses, or are they?
They're lent.
They belong to the company.
Okay. And while we're working for this company, do we have a place to stay, or do we have a home, or what?
Where we came from.
Yeah, Theo would let you stay at his place, but I presume you already have you already live somewhere.
That's one of the questions the android would to have answered, because technically doesn't really have a home.
There's no like hall or guild hall or dormitory that is there yet. Right, we're just starting out, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's whatever tavern or inn you're chilling at, or tenement.
So loot. So the 3 orcs in the other room each have 15 GP on them.
Oh, I'm the loot
Yeah.
guy for this game. If anyone else really wants the job, we can talk about it. But I've been doing it for most of the games for these
Just
boobs.
make a
Yeah.
journal entry for
Yeah, I have a public sheet, so everyone knows. I'm not, screwing
Like a-
everyone.
like on Roll20. Just make a journal entry. Not a Google Docs. Fuck that. Just
That's what we've been using.
that's what you guys always use. All right, cool.
Yeah. Like, I promise there's a good system behind it.
I got you. So, I mean, the bodies. I mean, I'm not even bothering. I'm just like, all right, when you're all ready, gather your things. We got to move on in there. They know we're coming.
So, each of those three, there's 15 GP on them, plus a breastplate, a longsword, and a heavy steel shield.
Probably symbols of Iomade on it. And whatnot.
Yeah, not. In fact, some of them, the breastplate. In fact, all of them look like they used to be of rather good make, but they've kind of rusted and decayed over the years, so that they don't necessarily function as well anymore.
Just curious, those orcs that were here, did they have any like tattoos or anything of the burning chain, or they have something else?
You don't see any tattoos on any of them. Some of their clothing might have that symbol on it.
Okay.
The two that came out of this room, they don't have any liquid or any liquid gold on them, but they also have heavy steel shield and longsword, and they each have a breastplate that does look like it's in good condition, as in its masterwork.
Any special material?
No, they're just breastplates and masterwork breastplates.
Okay.
How many of those?
2 masterworks, 2 normal, or not 2 normal, 3 normal.
Okay.
And 5 long swords, 5 heavy steel shields.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
What else?
You all ready to move on out? I got a breather.
I enter what looks like a barracks.
Find what we can find. Yeah.
Yes.
It does indeed look like a barracks. Regarding loot as well, with the rug that's on the floor in there is worth 100. It looks like it might be worth some money.
Okay. Kevin dropped, I guess, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's no longer really much of anything of note in the barracks.
Someone help me move the bodies out of the hallway here. Move them aside. Yeah. There's like one of them, some of them have gun wounds, they're like these open wounds and whatnot. The whole thing, without any he's not skeeved out, by the dead body. He just kind of drags it and moves it aside out of the hallway. The 2 dead bodies there, and just again like what I did at the village, closing their eyes, putting their arms crossed over their chest, and just laying them beside one another. And if it looks like there's enough time reading the other companions, I do the same to the other dead one. But then I stop. This one's still alive. Let's bound him up. Make sure he can't hurt himself.
Just walks over to him, puts gun to his forehead, and unless anyone stops, the android is just going to pull the trigger.
They're just going to go over and stop her and say, "Listen, as much as I hate these heathen beasts as much as you do, I feel we need to know what they are doing.
Enemies are to be eradicated, not saved.
This ain't an enemy. This is a person. It's an orc. Do you know what an orc is? It's like you and me.
Gives
It's
the
a person. It ain't an animal.
Gives the definition of orc.
I open the door to the east while they're talking.
Someone tie
It's
him
locked.
Hackett, is it wood? Is it a wooden door?
Yes.
Alright, I'll try to strength it first.
Hey, what are you doing over there? Hey! Alright, shit. Okay. It's a wall on over.
You do not strength it.
You gonna hurt yourself, woman. What you doing?
However, from inside, you hear someone shout, "Depart!" in common.
Male voice, like gurgle
Male.
voice, or okay.
Gruff.
Can I put on my best orc impression?
That would be a disguise check.
Disguise. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can do this. I'm going to tell him that the intruders have been dealt with. I guess.
Okay, roll.
Not bad.
Okay.
Is there a reaction? When?
I'm rolling.
Okay.
There is a slave in here, and a series of torture implements. Depart at once or they will turn on.
Can I attempt to, what would work best here, guys? Do you think trying to intimidate him to get him out would be best?
Is that a lie they just said?
It is not.
Okay.
Step away from the door now. Come on. Step away from the door.
Yeah, Aletha puts up her hand like and nods like he's telling the truth.
Did he specifically say the slave was alive?
It's assumed, yes, by the tone of his voice. Speaks very nice common. Must be a half-blood or something. But nothing against you there, little dear.
Let's just go in here.
Aletha's going towards the outside to check something.
Can I try to social skills this dude into giving himself up?
In principle.
I'm gonna go over to the door. I'm going to knock on it, and I'm going to my character's going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to roll intimidate. Any of you guys want to assist me?
I don't know if the sound of a gunshot, is going to be intimidating or not.
Trait for that, and you probably don't have it. So
Nope.
Anyway, no, like aid and others or anything.
Do you speak in common? Do you try to intimidate this person in common? What language do you speak in?
Speak in common.
Gotcha.
Broke.
Right, so yeah, I'm assuming that if everyone's if whoever's going to assist me, come on, say that you're going to assist me, so that way, I could get my benefits to this check.
I don't think you want me to help you because I have a negative.
Thing doesn't assist you. He just sees you doing something.
Congrats, guys, I fucked up.
You hear a
What do you
scream.
say?
Tell him, you better give yourself up or we'll do far worse to you.
So you hear from inside the room a scream.
Get that door open.
Aims gun at lock of door.
Get out of the way. Get the door open.
Fires bullet through door lock at point blank range.
That way, Tack, you have to roll the actual damage.
So, damage, or do I have to actually roll to hit the door?
Or is it like a shatter attempt kind of thing? Or is it...
Something like that.
Yeah.
Unless he has the ability to sunder at a range, it is just a weapon damage roll.
3 damage to the lock.
Honestly, that's probably reduced to 0 because of hardness.
Locks can't be that tough.
They are.
Yeah, they're
Why?
unfortunate. So, you shoot it. I assume some of the other companions get out of the way of line of sight, as they've seen the destructive power of this thing. It's not working. Someone try to get the door open. Come on now.
I have not the weapon to break it.
Steps to the side, begins to reload.
Lisa,
Okay.
get over here, girl. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Come on.
There's always more than one way.
There's always more than one way to skin a
I just look at you like weird, kind of like disappointed, like, what are you on about, woman? Like that kind of look. And then I turn back.
Once the gun is reloaded, I shoot the damn door again.
Okay. So second and third rounds of you not going away are both going to influence things. Hold on, let me get I'm looking for the lock statistics to figure out its hardness. So the lock is not so okay. The shot is indeed rendered pointless by the hardness of the door. We're gonna go ahead and enter initiative now.
A little new initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Partially macroed now.
Yay! I get to go sooner for once.
I'm gonna say, have you cleared it from last time?
No, hold on.
Oh yeah, I'm running out of shots very fast.
Fucking wrong button. That.
Oh, 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 oh. Hmm.
Okay. So let me give the rest of you guys turns. So Anu, Drake, and Lander, please add your turns in.
Yep.
Okay. I'm done.
Anu?
Done.
Darbo and I did a hard tie. He rolled.
Reroll here.
No, just
I'll let you go before me, in all honesty, because I don't know.
Okay. Well, you guys,
I'm feeling things.
those first 2 rounds of trying to get the door down, you guys heard some spells go off. So, shit, did I? So, Anu, you get to go first.
Do I get 2 shots off or 1?
You've gotten 2 shots off.
Okay, I need to roll damage on the second one then. Fuck the door. Okay. I'm gonna step to the side and just let them do something to the door while I reload.
Drake?
Being that the door is a problem, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
18 hits door.
Yeah.
4 cold damage to the door.
Does that bypass hardness?
It's elemental, so
No.
I don't know.
And what's actually no general Pathfinder rules are element is halved, and hardness still counts. Even worse than physical damage versus the door, basically.
Fucking door doesn't stops everybody from doing everything. Fucking door.
If I had some help intimidating him, there would have been a better chance that we could have ended this without having to hastily bust the door down. But you know, I guess I guess making a social character was the wrong thing.
Could you open up some vision here? I'm looking for a window or something back here.
We are just level 1, so you know.
I thought about putting ranks and intimidate, and was just like, no, that doesn't It's not gonna help.
I assume no windows on that wall.
I hadn't thought that you might. I didn't think to put any. We'll see whether or not there are any.
Well, here's a question: is this like a castle or just a large manor?
It's a castle.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there would be then, since it would be better to get in and out, or for wintertime. And summer, it'd be easier to be cool.
I can't.
Depends on where the room is.
I mean, if there are windows, I would say they're probably like arrow slit sized.
Well,
Hey,
I guess it depends on what the room was used for.
Armory, so nah.
Yeah. Yeah, arrow slits would be the best you have.
that would probably give the gunslinger enough room.
I don't think there are even that though.
Very well. Alright, so after seeing it's the armory and there's no openings, I will trek back.
Lander.
Okay. Is this the door we're going for?
Yes.
5-foot step and try and attack the door.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much.
You not want to try to break it?
I can do a strength check.
Yeah.
Sorry, I never played a strength check before, so that didn't occur to me. 22.
You bust it down.
Awesome. Thank you for the advice.
Serena.
Okay, so considering everything, this is an orc, right?
Yes.
Hey, shit. Never mind, I have to move in there normally.
Okay. That's like 3 squares of movement, so...
That's 10, and then another 10. Well, wait, with diagonals, wouldn't that be 20?
No, the first diagonal is only 5.
Yeah.
Right, then in that case, alright, it's 15 then. But yeah, charging, if that wasn't made apparent because I realized that this is a wall.
Okay.
My vision fucked up for a
Attack,
second.
you fool.
3, and that is a crit threat because rapier.
You hit.
Firm?
No.
So, normal damage. Since he is the only one I am threatening, I get my trait bonus. 3 damage.
That happens.
Alright,
Cool
hearing the
thing.
door open, boom, 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 boom. I run, and I have sort of a line of sight, and seeing that it's breaking out into combat, ice and mist, like dry ice, begins to manifest as I shoot. I hurl it, and it misses wide.
5-foot step. $15. Darby.
Oh, that's towards me. Okay. 15 does not hit. 15 does not hit.
Okay. This guy is using the rack on this kid.
Seeing this, my character yells, go after him, I'll hold these 2 off.
Green is going to attack you. Crit threat.
Confirms.
Okay. Christ.
Ouch.
It does not kill you. You see, based on the con you seem to have, that doesn't kill you.
Points, and I will though.
Yeah, you need healing very urgently. Anu.
Yes.
We're level 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. What the? Oh wait, that would be negatives. Okay, never mind. I'm thinking thousands of different things. Okay. Is the cat folk down?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like what the fuck. Okay, actually, I do know what I can do. So if I move to up here, would I still be able to see inside the room to shoot?
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, you would have a clear shot at both Cyan and the Chief.
Okay, I'm gonna move to right there, and since I had already reloaded and I didn't do anything last turn, I'm going to move there and be ready to shoot.
Okay. You can shoot right now. You don't...
I cannot, because that's double move.
Ah.
Because I have medium load, because...
Drake.
$50 gets me there. They're seeing some things, that'll be my turn.
Okay. This guy's turn. One. 2, 3. 4. He's taking a -4. $25.
That hits me.
How much HP? How much damage would it take to kill you outright?
Oh, that's not a fun question to ask. That would be 20.
All right, so that doesn't happen then. He only does 17.
Holy God! What? This is level 1s. They should not be doing 17 damage.
Barbarian.
This is a lesson for me in boss placement, is what's going on here right now.
Okay, so that was sorry, 17 damage. You said?
Yes.
I'm -11 just for that. The exact number. Okay, down for the second. Oh, actually, I'm not. I'll activate Orc Frost.
Okay.
Just for the sake of that.
And Aletha.
Double move. That's it.
Landir.
Oh, back to me already? Oh, that was my turn. Duh. I was just looking up this half capacity thing. Disabled. Doesn't really do, if I withdraw, then I would probably be killed out.
If you withdraw, then you will get away.
No,
you won't
I'm
provoke.
sorry. I can't withdraw because of if I try and get away with just a move action, I'll provoke and then.
Withdrawals a full round. Oh yeah.
Right, and I can't do that. So it doesn't basically. I basically just collapsed. The Orc Frost it doesn't do anything. Never
You
mind.
you can 5-foot step, even if the wording of it implies you couldn't. I'll say you can.
Okay, 5-foot step. That's fine. So I collapsed there instead. So for whatever the purpose is, and then do you want me to make my contract this round or next round?
Next round.
Okay.
You don't lose anything in this round. Serena.
Let me roll my check. Does that stabilize me?
You are at what?
I'm
Negative-
at -10.
So no.
Okay. So I lose a point of HP?
Yes. Thulthane.
Oh, seeing, hearing the cat. Oh, hold them
Whoops.
back! I'll take care of these. Just immediately, viciously stabbed and just down, and perhaps intestines just strewn about. A vicious wound down on the ground. This other man struck down. He collapses as well. I stand back as I hold on to my symbol, emanating a pulse of positive energy. As everyone in that radius gets 5, and I continue moving.
So I'm still way down, but
10.
I'm stable.
Yes.
Fall back now! Come on, get out of there! That's it. Leah, they need your help! As I'm like mumbling something.
Ano is receiving this attack.
Yeah. Does
13,
not hit.
as I anticipated.
Alright. Probably not.
What's the 46 for?
Rack damage to the kid.
Rack damage to the kid, huh?
He's
Okay.
No, actually, he's still conscious in there screaming.
I'm gonna have to shoot that dude. I'm still gonna have to shoot his ass.
Does 9 touch hit,
Can't find the set to shoot either.
This
Fuck.
guy has
I
nothing
have
else to
shoot.
do. He doesn't wanna. So he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Isn't that a threatened square technically?
Do you have a melee weapon?
My guns technically count as a melee weapon. I can't hit him with it.
Okay, then you can. Yeah, he provokes then.
Yeah, I can't hit him with it. He was
An
probably not gonna hit him.
It's an
but,
improvised weapon, so you
Okay.
take a -4.
If it's not okay, I was thinking you had some kind of rule for
Yeah, if I
bludgeoning.
had-
If it's just an improvised weapon, then no.
Oh, okay, then never mind then. Like if it was like if I had like the musket blade, like the musket axe, I could just hit him with it and shoot him. You know?
Yeah.
But no musket axe for the gunslinger.
On it.
We're so fucked. So fucked. Damn it, fucking kobold. 5-foot step and shoot the guy in front of me, huh?
Okay.
This is gonna be a pain in my ass.
Yes.
11 damage.
He's down.
Woohoo! Shoots him in the face.
Drake.
Alright, trying to hit him again. Oh, that probably hits, yeah. Wait,
Who are you
he's
trying
down.
to hit?
Ignore that. Gonna move to there and hit, whatever the fuck this thing is.
Okay, I'll let you keep that roll, so you hit.
Take 3.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna throw that up and then I'll burp. That's not right. What the fuck happened there? Oh, I know why. It's on drugs. It's rolling.
Okay. So, 1, 2.
There you go. Your beat.
Christ.
Get a description as to what is attacking there. What does it look like?
That okay, so Leon's character is impossible. Let me get his sheet. There's no way he has only 4 hit points.
Yeah, probably.
If you went negative con, but that would be stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
so he's
7 con.
Yeah, it's a negative con mod, so I meant to say.
I have
well,
a negative con
he
mod,
gets a
and I
penalty to it for being a kobold, but he would have had to dump it even more.
That's still possible. I have-
So if he went non, then takes
Yeah.
a cobalt penalty, he'd be at 7. That's negative 2.
Yeah.
And
So
if he's
he was. So if he did do that, I am willing to punish him by having him be killed outright by the attack that just happened, because that is the result that would be.
I will. Well, I mean, I would like to point out that I also have very low HP, but it's not 4, it's 9, and I would still get killed by that 22. That 22 would get me enough to get hit.
22 is not. It wasn't quite that high. 22 is an anomalously good roll for him. He got an average roll here. We'll deal with that when Leon gets back. In any case, he's down.
What weapon is he using? How's he doing 2d8 damage? You know, what does he look like?
I'm back.
Is it an orc? What is it?
It's an orc using a heavy flail in armor. Leon, do you actually have 4 HP?
Yeah.
So your character got struck by the heavy flail and killed outright.
Oh, okay.
Darn it, Kobold! You should have just stayed behind me. Like I was blocking for you.
Shit
They
happens.
did make mention. Are you sure you want to go here? You're 3 foot tall.
I'm fucked anyway. Like
I'm
if
4
I
feet
get
tall.
hit-
I'm a dwarf.
If anything hits me, I'm most likely gonna die anyway, especially if it's and I can't be healed. I have to be mended.
Yeah, you're good. Letha, right? Her turn?
Yeah, I do have a question. What does that do? He does 2d8? Is that what he does?
You don't know what a damage die is.
Well, I was gonna say normally it's 1d10, but
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
okay. Oh, the 2d8 or something else. All right, no worries. All right, I'm gonna move up and attack that greenie.
Okay. Roll. Yes, and that damage happens.
Yay!
Landir is down and stable. Serena, same. Bolthane.
Step back, away from the orc as it, comes on up at me. And I, with a quick flick of the wrist, there's that ice that comes at that guy's face for 13 touch.
13 does hit the touch.
Just a glancing sort of blow, just one
Okay.
hit.
And I realize some people were needing to leave by about now, so this will be the last combat, certainly.
It's alright, yeah. I can stay a little longer.
Okay. Yeah, this guy is down but stable, so I'm gonna put him 2 back, and put him under there, and remove him. This guy... does 7 points of damage. Green is going to attack the Grey Maiden. God,
You're rolling too well today.
I know.
We're dead. We're just fucking dead.
Does 18 hit you?
No.
Okay, then it doesn't confirm.
There was a meme that I posted.
You take 5 points of damage. Anu.
Reload's gun. So fucked. So fucked. So fucked. Oh god. Yep. Please don't kill Mr. Backdoor.
I actually put points into con, so I wouldn't have any health.
What?
Nothing.
Was your character miscalculated?
No, I'm still dead. I'm just saying I would have had one less health if I hadn't put points into con. It could have been worse, is my point.
Okay.
Gives a thumbs up as his skull is smashed in.
Bam! Dead.
What's your AC?
16.
Okay.
Did you just crit again?
No. So... Oh, and what's your con score?
-1.
Ah, because you're a construct? I don't think androids...
Yeah.
I don't think androids work like that.
I mean, like, I don't, like, it didn't it said I was a construct, and it also said I was a living thing. So I was like, okay, does this mean I have con score? No.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you should have a constitution score.
You're just susceptible to being wrecked by rangers that hate constructs.
Crunch. That's why my HP is 9, but my con score is 9, or my con score is 8. Sorry, I'm sorry. My con score is 8.
Okay, so you are down. And at this point, the orc chieftain is going to grunt and announce, "Surrender, and you may live as my slave." To all of you.
I don't respond until it's my turn.
Yeah, she's not going to be a nurse person slave, so screw that.
Run away! Run away!
Okay.
I'll try to kill this one in front of me here.
Okay. That damage brings them down.
You best do something fancy, dwarf. I'm saying right there.
Down stable, full thane.
Well, come on, get out of here, come on. As I say that to you, Leotha, I do 10. I fall back, seeing the dead bodies, and that hallway just is filled with mist as magics fill it.
So, I was talking to Kevin. He makes a really good point. The lowest hit die is a D6, not a D4.
But I use magics to fill.
Okay, then in
that
that case, you're
hallway
barely
with
alive rather than dead.
That's my turn.
Okay, so
Bro, get
obscuring
out of here,
mist.
come on. Yeah.
So
And I don't like yell, we gotta get out. I'm like, we gotta get out of here. You know, I kind of try to say it in a low voice towards Leah as I make
This
way to the
guy-
horses.
navigates. This guy navigates the hall, but can't see out of it. Anu's down. This guy
That would provoke.
it would.
Okay, which squares are the obscuring misty in? So that's kind of an important question.
Let me make the thing then.
Okay, just tell me which square in the 20-foot radius. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're in 20% mischance. Excellent.
Okay.
Oh wow. I'm dead. Like dead. Because I'm a construct. Once I hit 0, I'm dead.
Right, but you're
Yeah.
alive, so
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think
That
androids are
misses.
like that.
Well, I'm looking at the humanoid, and it doesn't say that if I hit I'm taking because the humanoid only gives me some proficiencies, and then because I'm also a construct, as soon as I hit 0, I'm dead.
right, but you don't have full construct trait, so that's probably not how that works.
Yeah, the way it sounds is I do. Is I have the.
I don't
humanoid-
think so. I'll look after the thing. You miss on account of mischance. His turn.
Yeah.
This is 1/4 mischance. Am I correct?
That's, no, it's 20%. So 25.
He misses on account of mischance.
Sweet.
Your turn.
Mistake, but I want to take a 5 back, like right here.
Dwarf.
I run using my fall action. Well, I guess double move because there's a wall there. I just piece the fuck out. Well, there's one. 10. I make way to the horse. The horses.
The
Like stubby dwarven legs.
Let's see.
I'll
1,
be sure to document this
2,
failure.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can't see the Grey Maiden due to the obscuring mist. This guy, however, can see which way you went. Does not miss on account of mischance. Does not miss generally. Someone needs
One
to,
second, I'm getting a phone call.
yeah, someone needs to make that not happen. You take a mere 15 points of damage.
I'm dead.
You're down, you're not dead.
Right.
So everyone is either down but stable or running away.
Cool.
I'm ready for my life of servitude.
Yeah, like
As a note, I do have a rank in ride, so get the fuck out of there.
100% of the best campaigns ended at day 1 like this.
So next time, I understand that some people need to leave around now.
Yeah.
Are we making new characters or what?
No, the next adventure will be escaping / rescuing you guys.
Yeah, it's fun. Promise.
My unarmed strike is going to be nice to have, I'm sure.
Mental note,
Like-
put Dwarven face.
I no offense, but Android's not going to be able to escape. Just want to point this out.
How'd you figure?
He's an android.
So?
But hey, thanks for running the game. I gotta go.
Can't do
Right,
melee.
later,
At
dude.
all. He's literally
Doesn't matter.
cannot do melee. No melee.
I mean, if you want to do a new character or something, I'm not the DM to stop you.
Yeah, that would
But-
be the DMs. Yeah, I'm just kind of like.
I mean, if you want to play something else, that's fine.
It'd be better to help the party because I died way too. We died way too easily.
I'm going to keep my
this
character
was-
if he's alive.
No, this is an object lesson for me about how hard things should be.
No, how many times did you crit? That's the real thing. So that
Yeah,
doesn't
that
matter.
Yeah.
Because you like crit
I
5 times.
Well, level 1 encounters are pretty hard to
Yeah,
correctly
were-
adjust.
because
It's
there
a
were
narrow margin.
because there were 6 of you. I started out with the adjusting them up on account of that, but I quickly turned it down when you guys were quickly having trouble.
There's a reason why I don't like. It's nothing against level 1 games. It's just that level 1 games normally have 2 things happening: the fighters either getting their asses like pounded super hard, or the wizards do nothing.
Well, what I've learned most of the time is, you know, you either spend level 1 getting to a destination, or the enemies need to be far more dispersed so that this type of thing doesn't happen often. Being captured is fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's shit. But as you're learning this type of thing too often.
Yeah. Here's the main problem, though. I just realized this: the android isn't going to be able to be woken up.
How'd you figure?
None of the orcs, I would assume, have the spell mend. So she's always going to be permanently at whatever HP she's at because she can't heal.
You would heal naturally,
You
though,
have
at least a
Nanite
little
Surge, don't you?
No, yeah, but I don't have repair nanites. Nanite Surge doesn't heal. Repair nanite Surge does. Repair Surge does. So I'm literally stuck at whatever score I'm at.
Tack, you didn't read it in actuality.
Okay, what did I miss?
Did. For the purposes of effects targeting creatures by type, such as Ranger's favorite enemy and Bane weapons, androids count as both humanoids and constructs.
So I heal over time.
They are not. Yeah, you are not an actual
Okay.
construct. You count as a construct for several effects.
Ranger stuff. So I do just heal over. Okay, I'm thinking around.
And the heal checks would work on you for at least getting you back up to normal.
Okay. Okay.
Call. It turns out they wanted me at 1 instead of 2, so I'm gonna have to get ready to go here.
All
yeah,
right.
we're ending anyway.
Yeah.
So now we have to try and escape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a blast, yeah.
Not joking, that's always fun.
So who is not captured? Just the cleric guy?
Yep.
That guy.
The guy that's getting punched in the face.
Fuck
gonna-
that cleric. Fuck that cleric. Fuck him. He just left us all here to die. God damn.
Well, I mean, come on. A cleric against what was left, there's no freaking way.
Yeah, no, you would not yet. No one had yet, I think even, actually no, the boss had taken a little bit of damage. But yeah,
'cause I
I've
shot him in the
learned,
face.
I've learned a very large lesson about how I don't need to include the highest difficulty of the boss in every adventure.
So Here's a question: do we level or not from getting fucked? You know, with a giant, huge dildo like that had discipline on it for some fucked up reason.
I don't think.
So I'm gonna highlight. Oh yeah, questions.
I'm gonna say nah, no level, not yet.
Mhm.
God damn it!
So I'm highlighting the loot in red to signify we don't really have any loot. It's just like there's placeholder information.
Right.
Because we'll get it back, hypothetically, possibly, but not necessarily.
Hypothetically, possibly.
Well,
That's pretty accurate.
Here's a question. Who's going to be healing overnight and being conscious the next day?
You only get 1 point, I think, right? Naturally.
Yep. Yep.
You will start the next adventure with full health, for reasons.
Okay.
They'll send to us, just they want to get information out of us.
Yeah.
What about our weapons, kind of thing?
They will be in a closet close-ish, pretty close to your cells.
They have not chopped my hands off. We
Yeah,
are okay.
I have an unarmed strike, so that's going to be very useful. It's a very good thing to
That's
have.
good for you. Yeah, that's good for you. But now here's the problem. If we're sneaking out of a place, Gunslinger's useless because boom, loud booms. And let's see here. Also, if they've decided to break my gun for any reason, I'm also useless.
But yeah, we'll figure that out next session. I worst case scenario, we re-roll, but we'll do our best to save these guys next session.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I mean, it wasn't bad or anything. It was just I've had much more frustrating level 1 sessions than this before.
Yep.
Yeah, like any person who's ever played with Gary Gygax.
I don't know about that.
Well, most people who played with Gary Gygax know that he's like, you have to tell me what you're doing 100% of the time, or you're just going to not. He's going to say you didn't do it. Kind of thing. You know.
Fairly normal, though.
Yeah, true.
What was that? Was that there was a short movie about that where
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
end the stream.
of course I'm